If we all come from the same background, think the same way, where are the new ideas going to come from? And that isn't a better moment for us to be looking for new ideas, because the challenges are enormous and the opportunities are even better. The challenge is getting it all the way down to the big middle of the organisations. These are the people who are the active keepers of the talent pipeline. Their challenge, of course, is they're very busy doing the work. And I think that if we could somehow or another embed into their job description that actually it's part of their job to manage the talent and develop it so that it actually gets to the top, but also that we maximise the benefits of diversity, we harness that tremendous power of difference, and that is part of the mainstream job, and we measure it, then we would be getting somewhere a lot faster.
I believe that D&I is around change and putting in place a really strong change program.
But fundamentally, if there's a problem that is creating a lack of diversity and inclusion, it's both in the structure of the way people work and in the structure of the way organisations work.
The conference was amazing. I met a lot of interesting people. And I guess the key highlight for me was hearing senior leaders who are committed to diversity, what that sounds like, and how can I take that back to my day-to-day to make a difference. The actions that I'm going to take back, one in particular, is I hear a lot of whisper about diversity and how important it is. I don't see a lot of action. So what I'm going to do is go back to our CEO and head of HR and just ask, are we committed to diversity? And if that is the case and we are committed, let's be public about it. Let's loop it into our metrics. Let's put it into the performance management, and let's make it real.
I found the conference really inspiring. It was amazing to be part of the power of diversity this year in the UK. Diversity is really simple. Everyone's different, and actually accept people as they are and make the most of them.
I thought the conference was great. I thought it was innovative. There was lots of discussion. My highlights had to be, I think the main thing was the expert panel, the panel discussion. Just hearing about the different approaches the different organisations take, and the kind of similar views of the challenges that they all face as well. I thought that was really, really interesting to hear about.
So I thoroughly enjoyed it, as my colleague that attended with me, and the key things for me were that I felt as an organisation we know a lot about diversity and we invest very heavily in it, but I've still taken away a couple of things. One is to really challenge, for want of a better word, authority and hierarchy within our organisation, and make sure that we are delivering on promises around diversity. And I guess the second thing that came out of one of the workshop sessions is that we should go back and look at our diversity statements, look at them, rate them 1 to 10, see how they are, and maybe revisit them.
I found it really useful. It was really good to get insight from a number of different speakers for the different elements of diversity. I think Charlotte did a great job in organising the whole conference, and it was really good to get Fiona's take on the different elements that she's focusing on for her year in tenure. I think Tanny's piece at the end was really, really inspiring. I found her so interesting to listen to, and her own feelings and thoughts were really poignant and really sort of hit home to me, so I thought that was a really good piece.
Diversity is a very unique word because it has different meanings for everyone else. So I think the aggregation of those ideas would be really, really superb to take first for people or individuals to take back to a company and share that with their senior management and help to proliferate that within the organization. Diversity isn't a dictatorship. It's an environment where we have to share ideas and work collaboratively.
The conference was energising, really exciting to see the people in the room, 80% of whom I haven't met before. So a real touch point where we've gone out and found middle managers from organisations across the city. The key actions that I'm going to take away for my organisation is to go back and revisit our senior leadership commitments. and to go back and think about our middle managers and the skills and the tools that we're giving them to enable them to build an inclusive workforce. Diversity isn't about quotas, it isn't about political correctness, and it certainly isn't about trying to bring lots of different people together unless you're trying to ensure that you make those people work together.
You can't be confident unless you can practice integrity. You cannot be whole unless you embrace diversity for all its fabulous, fabulous merits. And that's what makes this city, this country, so powerful.